Hiya, Vivian Rainbow Fox here. Welcome to today's video. I hope you enjoy. Hiya, Vivian Fox here and
Vivian's mum,
Dusty Fox. So before we get started with the interview, as I said in the interview that I'll post after this one, this is how I wrapped this gift, and many of you might not believe I give it to my mum so poorly wrapped, but I wrapped this myself, fur included, so yeah.
Thank you very much. I love the fur, thank you. To Mum. Oh, the writing's very squiggly. From Vivian. Very nice, thank you. It's very lovely.
Squiggly writing.
I can't believe how well it's wrapped. Let me see, what is this? It's some delight. Oh my goodness, hot socks. You've got to love hot socks. Look at this, you've got to love hot socks.
This is becoming this is becoming a 15 and over hot socks.
Hot socks is
I've got
terms and conditions apply. All other socks are available.
Not sponsored sock video. It's got a weird needle thing. Right, so now when I finally right.
Would you like me to read the questions? As soon as I can see it.
That might actually be quite helpful, or you can have me going.
Well, yeah, you look somewhat myopic, so
yeah.
Shall we see if I read them? That might
well, question number 1 is just there.
Okie dokie.
You read them aloud.
Question number 1 is, how did you first hear about furries, and what was your first impression? Well, let's just say my first impression wasn't that favourable. It was that episode of CSI that I think many people have seen and got entirely the wrong idea.
Didn't give us the best.
No, they got entirely the wrong idea. It is completely off where you should be. Interpret it yourself, think about it, figure it out. Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, bad news sells better than good news, so Hollywood will always go to the bad side of things because it sells better. So, right.
I agree. How has it affected your relationship with me?
That's me, as in
Vivian.
How's it related?
How did I feel as a parent of a potential furry? Well, it didn't, because Leo's Leo, and I love him no matter what. And if he wants to wear fur, that's fine. He's always had fluff in his pocket, so it's no surprise. Question 3: did you have any concerns about me being furry or meeting others in the community? Again, no concerns at all. And some of Leo's friends I've met of furries are super guys. Really great. Very interesting chaps, got a strong sense of self, but they have a barrier between themselves and the outside world, and that's fine. Don't we all wear a mask sometimes?
Like, I'd just like to expand on that a little bit. A lot of younger people, like in any community, in any group, you cannot guarantee everyone else you're going to meet is going to be lovely and friendly, but it's just the same as school. You're going to have nice people, you're going to have bad people, you can never know. So it's down to you as an individual, you as a parent, to perhaps go along with your child to the first meetup and get your own opinion of who they're going to be hanging around with, or kind of just do a bit of background research on who it is, what they're like. But there's good and bad people in every group, in every area. So
yeah, I would second that. As a parent of a young person coming out as a furry, I would totally agree. That's sound advice.
I was 19, 20, so I was a bit more mature, kind of flown the nest almost. So
yeah. Number 4. Do I have any advice for new furry parent or parent that feels a child might be a furry? Be prepared to listen. That's all I would say, is be prepared to listen. Let the person come to you and say, look, this is how I feel, this is what I want to do, this is how I feel about it, I need to do this. Talk to them, listen. That's all I can really say on that one.
What was number 3? Sorry, did we...
Number 3, any concerns?
Oh yeah. No,
yeah, you've covered that, that's
right,
good.
So on to 5 then, I believe.
If furries were around when you were younger, even now, do you think it's something you get involved in? Yeah, definitely. I'd be a green lizard with gold bits on, gold spots and gold bits and spiky tail, and so I'd really love it. It'd be good fun.
So technically, instead of a furry, you'd be known as a scaly.
Oh, it'd be scaly. Okay, scaly. I'm not up to speak, but
subculture of the furries. Okay. Same as we have the bronies, who are like horses and ponies. They're subcultures, but the main thing is furries and scalies. So you have furries are foxes, wolves, then scalies are lizards, dragons, but we're all part of the same umbrella, as it were.
Okay, so I'm under the umbrella. That's good. I won't get wet. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Number 6. If you were a furry, what would you be? What are the colours, markings are? Yeah, the lizard thing. I like amphibs. I like lizards. So kind of green and gold. Just sort of highlights of gold on the tail and on the end of the claw bits. And yeah, it'd be really fun and meet other people and see other characters. And yeah, I think it'd be a scream.
So all the individual things like My Little Rainbow Mohican, they make up what is known as your fursona. So it's what you personally put into it. So you have your species, then you have your fursona, like I have my purple eyes, my little Mohican, and even my little soul patch. Those are individual things to me that make it my fursona and not just a regular fox. So yeah,
that's good.
That's a fursona, that's your personal...
And it's kind of good for a parent to understand those kinds of things, because unless it's explained, you wouldn't understand, you wouldn't know what that is.
You might be an introvert, you might be whatever, but you can, by having this persona, be what you want to be, not what you are. Me, as a person suffering from Asperger's, I find it a great escape, because I am very much introverted. I will be happy to stand in the corner, but when you are a 6-foot fox, you are centre of the room, everyone wants to say hello to you, but you have this protective barrier between you and them. Your identity is protected, yourself protected, and you can interact a lot better. So it's helped me so much with my self-confidence in that way. But I'm rambling on, as you know I do if you view my videos.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really valid point. It's not some sort of psychosexual crazy thing. It's a way of people to be able to come and be more confident. With having that mask there, having that barrier there, it makes them feel safe, it makes them feel confident. They become that creature, they're then in that character, and that's how they behave, and they're fine, they're happy to do that. They are fully aware of where it's real life and where they're in the fursuit. But it is really good for guys that, as Leo pointed out, the confidence or, anything like that, it's a really good thing.
Now, I'm just going to expand on that a little bit, because you probably picked up one word in there is sexual, and you're probably running with that through your mind. Let me just clarify to you, there is about a 2% of the fandom that is sexualised, that is involved in that sort of thing, but it is all kept, or should be kept, behind closed doors. People who have interactions in their suit keep that suit for that purpose and have a second suit for interacting with the public and things, and the two are never mixed up. And if they ever are, and they are found out to be, the entire fandom jumps on that person and says, no, that's not on. There's quite a high profile case of that going on. I won't mention names, but more recently Kiro the Wolf was exposed to be not acting upon anything but involved in a fantasy, and he has been all but banished from the fandom. He has no reputation left, no affiliation, and in a way it's sad, because he was a very influential, very kind of important person, but that this fandom does not tolerate that sort of thing at all. There is a small degree of it which is kept behind closed doors, but same as anything.
So it's almost kind of self-regulated though, really.
Yeah, look at anime, for example. No one sees anime, sees these schoolgirls with octopuses and demonises the whole thing. You don't go to a sci-fi convention and throw eggs at someone in a dookie costume or whatever they might be, but furries get that hatred. Why is it that furries are demonised for being sexual? But
it's getting the truth out. They're getting the right attitude on this.
So,
but it's getting the right attitude.
There's about 2 to 5% is sexual. The rest is just we're having fun. We want to be a different character. We want to exaggerate the good parts of ourselves and hide from that shyness that we may have. So I'm rambling again.
Well, we've got on to, can you tell the viewers about how Leo loves soft things and would have fluff in his pocket as a child? So as you can see, this has evolved over a long time. Vivian would pick pieces of pillow stuffing or duvet and have in his pocket. Piece about big. And he was never without some fluff. He's up by his face, he's doing fluff. So it's been there all the time. And his evolution really is quite marvellous to see. As a viewer of his channel, I'm sure you've seen the whole glory of Vivian. But from very humble beginnings, I've got something really rather marvellous.
So yeah, a little bit of history. In play school, there was this tale in the play box, and every playtime that would be the first thing I went to and stick it in the belt loops of my trousers.
Yeah.
It was just something that was always there. I know I'm dating myself now. No, I'm not dating myself. I am aging myself now, but the Biker Mice from Mars was fantastic.
Yeah,
That's something that really got me interested in the fandom, and anthropomorphic, and Thundercats was another one. Absolutely, if Paw Patrol was around when I was younger, I would have absolutely dressed up as Chase and had all the little figurines. I still do have some of them now. I'm like a 25-year-old fox now. In front of my TV, I have the little cardboard jobs that you may well have seen on my channel. Yes, I took about 10 minutes to do the first one, and then once I'd worked out how to do it, but yeah. So
I must say, I've never met a 25-year-old fox before.
Well, technically I'm 4 years old and my handler's 25, but
what I say?
This fur is only 4 years. Actually, this fur is about 2 years. I had a facelift.
You can still see, just look behind the ears.
Yes, correct.
Well, thanks for that.
So yeah, so to conclude things, this is my mum. She is a fantastic, albeit slightly eccentric woman.
Oh, you have to be.
So she's not your typical kind of parent or furry parent. She is a very accepting and loving parent, very understanding of all of this. I hope hearing from another parent may encourage you to think more about the fandom and not just put up the full stops and go, nope, you're not getting involved in that.
To be fair, a layer of fur between two guys, I mean, what can go wrong? It's not a problem. They're happy, they're comfortable, they're confident, and they regulate themselves.
Yeah. There are fur beware pages for anyone acting inappropriately, anyone stealing artwork, anyone speaking inappropriately. These people are monitored by the community as a whole. I myself have had troubles with a stalker, and that was very quickly sorted out. I got some advice from different people, and people were fantastic, and it turns out other groups have had problems with the same person, and it's very quickly we network and we sort out the problems as quickly as we can. Now, not everyone gives a helpful opinion. Some people are like, oh, that's your problem, but the majority of people are happy to listen because they've gone through a similar thing, or even if they just give you some support and say, I'm here for you, sorry that's happened to you, if you want to chat, just talk to me. And some of them will give you fantastic advice of who to speak to, keeping a diary. If someone is following you a lot, just jot down when and where what incidents have happened, but this is a very rare thing. I saw a Reddit just the other day, or someone linked it into me, that someone basically saw, and I quote, red fox walking down the street whilst they were on a bus. They wanted to jump off the bus and say hello because of one of the 10 furries in Devon. They saw one, and that's just fantastic, like networking and stuff. But yeah, I shall try to summarise now because I will ramble on and on. So thank you very much for
it's been a pleasure, Vivian. Yeah.
I've got the Christmas hat on because this is my little Christmas video. So this is
it's been great seeing you guys. Mum signing off.
Yeah, this is my 100th video. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching to the end. And I hope you have a lovely Christmas.
Yeah.
Taddy
Take
bye
care.
for now.
Cool, guys.
Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe. and stay tuned for the next video. Taddy bye for now.